Figured I might have, I just realized I might have left y'all in the dark about what's going on in life, and I might as well bring y'all up to speed. Friends, new and old, family, close and distant. So, here's your spiel. In this military life, it can be challenging, and life, you gotta take it one day at a time, or a week at a time. That's kind of how I try to do it. Anyway, you never know what's around the bend, and you never know when the bend is going to come, because the military always keeps changing it. Well, being, in a marriage, you have two people. Sometimes there's two people in the military. Most times, though, only one is. For the second person, usually, you drop off the face of the earth. And you leave your job. Well, in my case, let's just say that. In my case, I left my job. We got married. And then we moved to our first base. That was fun. That was an awesome way to intro our, beginning life together. However, since you're leaving, life, and yes, I did almost walk into that wall. You gotta figure out how to roll with the punches. And so, Esther, I'm gonna show you my dog. Esther, oh, I can't flip the screen. She follows me around the house. Make sure I don't walk into walls. Anyway, you gotta take your skills and, talents with you wherever you go. Because it's gonna be all you got when it comes to being able to do things. When we got here, I started looking for a job. Found out that was going to be a little more difficult than I had anticipated, so I put that off for a little bit. And decided to just relax, get a good feel for this military life in the community, and got involved with good people, like Bible study groups, church groups, women's groups, FRG, crafting groups, which is something that I do enjoy doing, both of us, husband and I. And, life came slowly, so I was able to adjust. Then deployment came. Oh gosh, sorry, cat. Deployment was an interesting experience, the first one, I should say. There was a lot of learning, a lot of learning that had to do with, military life, what's expected, things you can do, not do, things you can do and, can learn to do. So yeah, I really enjoyed, looking back, I should say, looking back on it all, I can say that I enjoyed the first deployment. It was not nearly as hard as this second one. The second one, I did get a job. It was before he had deployed, in spring of last year. I had an occupation. I had less friends, because of course in the military life, friends come and go. Mostly not by choice. Yeah. Sad. Anyway, I also, since I was working, did not have my groups that I could go to, because this military community it's a different kind of family, really healthy family. And if you're watching this and you're new to the military life, I highly recommend and urge you and strongly encourage you to go find a group of military spouses or, military family that you can, connect with and reach out to and look for, in times of comfort and need, because the saying holds true. As soon as he deploys, everything breaks or everything goes wrong. For example, the kitchen sink. The kitchen sink, the washer, the dryer, the ceiling. It's, yeah. But anyway, the second deployment was a bit difficult because I didn't have those close friends and the groups that I could go to because work took up most of my time. During the year that he was able to stay between the first and the second deployment, we had gotten a dog. Dogs are a lot of work. Dogs of a border collie nature are also a lot of work. Don't look at my bag of trash, but here's my dog standing at attention, ready to go wherever I'm about to walk to. Esther, Mira, sit down. Thank you. Anyway, so that's what had made it really difficult was, not having those connections. There were still Bible studies that I could attend, but it wasn't the same. I didn't have a whole lot of time to actually sit and really enjoy myself there and forge a lot of friendships there. Maybe a handful, but yeah, that's what made it hard for me. I still was able to go do creative things on posts, like a lot of military bases. There's things called an Apache Arts and Crafts Center, and I actually have a directory that can tell me what the acronym stands for, which I should know because I visited it nearly every day. Oh, hey, look at that. Nearly every day for the past almost 4 years. And look at that, the acronym is not defined. Yeah. Apache Arts and Crafts Center. If your base has one, if you're listening to this and you're a military spouse or a military member, go find one. Utilize it. Because if it's not utilized, they've been shutting them down due to lack of use. Please go. Please go create something or just spend time there. It'll do you some good. Anyway, so I was able to keep the creative juices flowing. But, that can tend to feel like a job after a while because you got work and then you've got work with the dog. And then you're like, okay, well, I gotta go spend time. I gotta go relax. I have to relax, quick. Making time to relax can be stressful. Doing things and forcing yourself to do things that you've known that helped you in the past to relax can become stressful. So take it in stride. Like I didn't, and then I learned. But anyway, second deployment finally coming to a close. I had left my job so that I can begin schooling. The plan that we have is I worked from spring last year to just a couple weeks ago. And the reason why I had to leave my job was because schooling, the classes are only offered during the times that I was able to work. And that job that I had previously was at an elementary school. I can't go to classes Monday and Wednesday, during the morning and then come back to work. That don't fly in the classroom that I worked in. And if you'd like to know what that was, that's a whole nother video. But, yeah. So schooling is going to begin. The program takes about 2 years, which is how much time he has left in his contract as soon as he gets back. And then, once I graduate, certified and licensed and all the jazz with all them pretty fancy degrees, some of which I already have, and they did nothing. I will begin to work, and he will be transitioning out of military. Then he can begin school full-time, and I can work full-time. We have decided and found that that will be very helpful in the planning process. Yeah. So that's life right now. Hope you keep watching. Enjoy this ride with us and any information we're able to share. So, God bless. Hope to talk to you guys later. Maybe if I could click that.